Hello everyone, I'm That Mustachio, and it's my pleasure to present to you today Dark Flame. Now this is the pre-alpha demo, and this was given to me by Warren Smith, the main creator of this game, the sole coder as a matter of fact, and I am really excited to play this game for you. I've been playing a little bit of this game in the various stages of the pre-alpha, and it's looking very good. It's grown a lot. So right off the bat, you're going to be controlling a character by the name of Tariel. Now, Tariel has been dispatched by the church to go investigate something called the Dark Flame, an evil entity that has been known to take men's souls. So in this game, there will be NPCs, as you can see right here. Now, this NPC doesn't do much other than talk to you in the very beginning of this, but it is a way to show off that they are going to be out there and they're going to be utilized. Now, Warren absolutely loves this room because he loves destroying me right off the bat, and I'm pretty sure he put that room in there just for me. But it is also a way to show you that death is not necessarily permanent in this game. While a lot of video games in the same vein, Metroidvania games, will offer you death and you have to start from the last time you saved, saves in this game are a little bit more like checkpoints, and you still get to keep your equipment at the cost of maybe experience or gold. So right here, we are now able to cast all spells. And in this pre-alpha build, there are only 2 spells. However, there are plenty more spells being planned and already developed. So the first one is going to be this flame wall. And the second one being that ice blast. Now you'll notice that my blue bar at the very top left-hand side of the screen has gone down. That, of course, is my mana or magic bar. Maybe we can throw one more. There we are. And it looks like I leveled up. You'll also notice that there is a green bar right in the middle between health and magic. And whenever I swing, that goes down. That is your stamina bar. And while you can swing very fast while you have stamina, when you run out, your swing gets significantly slower. And it may not seem like all that much with this weapon, but with heavier weapons that take more energy to swing... Ooh, I'm doing very poorly. With heavier weapons that take more energy to swing, it is a significant disadvantage. So we have now gone all the way over there. Let's get our double jump, shall we? Ta-da! Open up these walls as well. So stamina is a very important part. It prevents you from spamming any attacks on slow-moving enemies. Also makes things a little bit more complicated and forces you to think about all of your actions as opposed to just, whoa! I was a bit too close to that. Now, notice we haven't saved the game. It did put us back at the last checkpoint, but we do have that level up still, and we still have the double jump. So we really didn't lose anything by doing that. Again, death is not permanent in this game as much as other Metroidvanias. Now, you'll notice as I go to the level up menu, there are 3 stats, and you get to choose which stats you level up. Strength, obviously, will increase your hit points and damage that you do with physical attack weapons. Agility is going to increase your stamina and also sometimes give you extra moves. Intelligence is going to be your MP, your magic points or mind points, and also will help you do more damage with spells. Now, it's not just your stats that you would be affecting, and I chose strength because I'm going to need some extra hit points. When you level up a certain stat enough times, you'll get various perks and bonuses in the form of skills. Ooh, scimitar. So we're going to equip that real quick. Go to our equipment screen. We're going to choose weapon. We're going to go to scimitar. Now, there are various stats, and we'll explain those in just a bit. And you'll notice that despite the fact that the weapon is slightly better than the previous one, we're not doing any more damage, or we won't be doing any more damage with this weapon. There's a reason for that, and I'll get to that in just a moment. But when you level up certain skills... Oof. When you level up certain skills, you will get various perks. So maybe you leveled up your agility 5 points or so. That will allow you to do a back roll that reduces your hitbox size during the dodge roll or back roll, as it were. We have enough magic. I will toss a couple things. Oh, we leveled up again. Fantastic. So another great thing about these stats is not every weapon is going to be affected by your strength. Some weapons, if you'll notice, like this one, the agility has a ranking of C, and that typically means that any stats that you put into agility will be the one to increase your physical attack. So for now, let's level up our agility. And you'll notice our physical attack is now 2. So we are going to do 2 damage to these enemies as opposed to 1, like we were doing before. And you'll also note that since this is... walked right into that, didn't I? You'll also notice since this is an agility-based weapon that it swings a little bit faster than most other physical attack weapons, such as the Crusader, which we just got. Now, because the base damage on the Crusader is higher than the Scimitar, it doesn't matter that our strength is a little bit lower. Now, there are various traps in this game, and you'll see some right here, the spikes. A lot of traps are marked by these wooden pillars right here with the skulls on them. Very subtle and very easy to miss. And you don't have... Ooh, you don't necessarily have something on the ground that'll tell you exactly where those things are. So we're jumping across there. We're running. Ooh, jeez. Should have dodged that a little bit better. Let's throw some magic down. There we are. That was a nice hit. That was a nice hit. So we'll keep moving. And again, this is a Metroidvania style game, so there is going to be a lot of exploration. You've changed your appearance. So if you'll notice, the pauldrons on Tariel have changed just slightly, and the color of them has changed as well. Let's see if I can get a different setup and color. Yes, there we are. And that's to show off the equipment system in this game. So getting different pieces of armor, cloak, even weapons will change the appearance of Tariel. So it's not just a color palette swap. It actually does change the way that the armor looks on the character. Let's go over here. We ran into Larissa, a fellow knight researching the Dark Flame. So she's telling us to go find a switch. So that's exactly what we're going to do. And we're going to run around. You do have the backdash option. Right now, backdash does not affect stamina. However, that is something that will be implemented later. Now, I know you can't really tell, but I was hit by that skull enemy. He has now confused me. So my left and right has been mixed up, which is going to make things very interesting, especially when it wears off. We're running into a spitter enemy. My favorite. Now, the spitter enemy, if he spits and hits you, will also poison you and do damage over time. And you do have... Ooh, that wasn't good. You do have the ability to knock his projectiles out of the air. It is relatively difficult, but in a last-second attempt, you can do that. Luckily, I leveled up. I definitely needed the health. And we're going to level up our intelligence now. So we'll do a little bit more damage with our magical attacks, which we are going to use on this fellow right here. And maybe not run into the spikes. Oh, dear. Now, hopefully we can get to the save point without too much. Fantastic, we did. And again, remember, save points aren't necessarily saving everything that you have in the game, so much as marking the last place that you were. So if I were to die right now, I would still keep any experience that I have gotten past the save point. Environments in this game are destructible. There are a lot more. The Pyromancer's Curve Blade. Let's see what kind of equipment that is. So this is based mainly off of intelligence. You'll see that agility does have a ranking as well. And the way those rankings work is it is on a ABCD scale. And the higher the number, or the higher the letter rather, the more of a multiplier that weapon will have for damage based off of that stat. So you'll see here intelligence is rated as at a C. So it will take the intelligence and multiply your intelligence by the number associated with the letter C, which will get you your physical attack at the end, which is only 2 because I don't have much in intelligence. The Crusader currently is going to be my most powerful weapon, but you know what? We'll show off the Pyromancers. Why not? And as I was saying, everything, there are destructible environments in this game. That is how you're going to get a lot of the power-ups and ways of regaining your mana and health throughout the game. However, there are going to be destroyable objects that will give you equipment. Speaking of equipment, I forgot. We have our special weapons, such as the knife here. And we just got the axe to replace it. So remember that big guy we fought earlier? Hopefully with our increased stats, he's not as much of an issue. Take that, Warren. Now I've attained the Lionheart weapon. Let's check that real quick. So the Crusader was our most powerful. It had a strength of B and damage of 3. This one has a strength of C, damage of 2. So this may actually... Where was it? The Crusader. So this is going to be about the same damage there because the multiplier isn't going to be enough. But it does have a very long reach and a really fancy fire effect. And speaking of fire, this is a pyre right here, something we haven't really explained and won't be explaining much in this playthrough. However, it will be a way to power your character up and also power up weapons and or items. It does also play into the story of the game and the Dark Flame. There is a connection there. Oh, did a little bit of damage. That's all right. Gotta get that spitter. There we are. So we went everywhere in this area. I couldn't find anything that resembled a switch, so we may have to go back and see if there's another place that we can explore. That's precisely what we're going to do. So we'll jump over and try to... Oh, another level up. We'll try to get around these enemies without too much hassle. And what could we put it in? Let's go ahead and put it in strength. I feel like I'm going to need a lot of hit points as it gets on. Now, this pre-alpha build of the game is on an easier difficulty so that I'm able to show it off without dying too often. However, the final end product of the game is expected to be much, much harder, along the line of Dark Souls difficulty at some points. So, if I could get around, there's the switch we were looking for. The walls have now shifted, and most likely where Larissa was earlier is where we're going to want to go, which is right over here. There we are. Oh, he hack dodged right into me. Uh-oh. Looks like we're trapped. We are indeed trapped. So it looks like we have a mini-boss area. Guess I don't have a choice. No, you don't. Oh, no. I got hit by one of the flame guys, so now everything's backwards for me. This is going to be very interesting. Let's see if I can do this. Warren takes pride in defeating me in this room. But not today, Warren. Not today. So you'll notice the pillar here, the wood pillar, which usually marks that there are traps, which you will see right in the ground there. Looks like in just the marsh areas, the spikes will pop up. And we'll get to the platform aspect. Oh, jeez. Platform aspect of this game right here. There will be a lot more of that as well. And we're coming up on one of the hardest points in our playthrough. Oh, no. Yep. Oh. Couldn't quite make it. Couldn't quite make it. Now, you'll notice that we came all the way back to the save point, but we are still level 5. It just added to our death counter, which is now at 3. And when gold is implemented and experience is kind of branched out a little bit, we will most likely be taking that as a tithe for every death that you encounter. Level up. Let's go with strength. Oh, wow. I just ran right into that, didn't I? It's a good thing I'm showing everybody my terrible skills at this game. So we did earlier knock that lever, so we do not have to go back to the lever, because again, death is not permanent in this. It will not load your last save point with no progression, or with all your progression lost. Your progression is kept there. Uh-oh. Now, a quick turn is a possible perk that we are planning on doing for whenever you level up your agility in later builds of the game. Hopefully I can find a heart in one of these candles, but I don't think the game is going to be that forgiving for me today. And as much as I would love to use magic on these guys, I'm going to need it to get past this next point. Ooh, almost walked right into that, and I did anyway, so wonderful. This is the end for Mr. Pistachio. Oh, we couldn't quite make it. We couldn't quite make it. Oh, let's try one last time. One last time. We got to get a hurrah in. And I feel like we have to conquer Warren's challenge. Again, this is wow, great. Again, this is a pre-alpha build of this game, and the difficulty is going to be ramped up a lot more, so expect to die a lot, as opposed to the few times that I've died here. Maybe I will stick around just a second and see if I can't level up a bit before I move on, and maybe try not to die a bit before I move on. Wow. Ooh, we're doing fantastic, aren't we? Alright, let's move back. And let's kill some of these guys. Hopefully we'll get some... No, we did not. Wonderful. Ooh, wow. Now, remember... I may die before I even get there. Now, remember that the backdash is going to be something that takes away stamina, so while I am using it in this pre-alpha demo to get around quickly, so I'm not wasting your guys' time, it is not necessarily something that you'd be able to do to get around as much. So the pacing of this is going to be slightly slower in that sense. However, if you level up the agility, there may be... And there's that level up that I needed. There may be some extra skills that you acquire that allow you to get around much, much quicker. So let's level up our strength, because again, we're going to need a lot of hit points. Okay, time this just right. Do this just right. All right, let's get out of here. Can we get past them? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Oh no, I was so close. I should have just went for it instead of trying to kill him. Well, that is going to end our playthrough of Dark Flame. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please make sure to go over to darkflamegame.com and look out for the Kickstarter that's going to be starting soon. Any followers of my particular channel, twitch.tv/thatmustachio, will be getting extra perks with those backer rewards. So again, thank you for watching this, and I hope you enjoy Dark Flame.